Jessie Josen. Welcome back to my channel. I was just wanting to do a video because I know right now we're in some really exciting times. We're about to end this 10-year period for the last 6 months of this year, and so we're going to be floating into 2020, and I know that's far away, but the energy of this eclipse period, as well as the new moon and the full moon and the new moon energy in between this month, it's a really I don't know, it's not really a special time, but it's definitely a like time of interesting energy. And so everybody's kind of, you know, in the spiritual world anyways, everybody's kind of looking at this time and kind of waiting to see the shifts in people and waiting to see the shifts in themselves. Or are you okay, Jen? Yeah? Are you all right? Did you fall on your stomach? I'm sorry. All better? Good. So anyways, so it's kind of like this period of time where, well, we're kind of intrigued to see what this energy is going to bring, but we're also ready for the new changes and excited for the new platforms that we are putting ourselves onto. And so I thought that I would just make a little video to kind of just talk about, for me personally, what I've been experiencing during this time and during this energy. So what I've been experiencing, so I kind of was a little nervous during the eclipse, and not nervous because it wasn't like that big of an anticipation of what's going to happen, right? Because I did really have a positive outlook on it, but I was wondering what would occur, and I was really hoping for the best. I was really hoping for the positive because, you know, during eclipses, they can bring things to the surface that might be uncomfortable or might be things you need to work through. So that's always like, oh, what am I gonna see that I really need to work on, right? So I've been kind of just waiting for something big to happen, and that's not really necessarily what happened. So it was interesting because I think I was like setting myself up for like this big dramatic event that's not occurring. The dramatic part isn't really there. It's really subtle things that are, and so like for me, it's all these little things that I do differently now, that I've changed my life and I've changed the way that I respond and I react, and I have put into such a practice of me centering myself on a daily basis and putting myself at a priority in my own life, and, you know, holding myself at a priority when I'm dealing with other people, that it has really just been small things that the eclipse has really floated to the surface. And that feels nice. Like, it feels like manageable, right? It's been many little things. But so I thought I would talk a little bit about that so that maybe everybody else can see and kind of pat themselves on the back to where their new level is and where they're going and what is happening for them. So for me personally, I noticed that I used to, in the past, the old me was really reactive, and I was really codependent emotionally on people that I loved dearly and people that were around me. So what would happen was I would feel maybe like, and you know, I wouldn't maybe know this at the time, but I would feel like a lack of something, and I would try to find it in someone else, or the vice versa. Someone was experiencing something, maybe somebody close to me was experiencing like they, you know, didn't get enough time, personal time with me, and then they would blame me, and we would both get in a dramatic fuss because I would be really reactive to them. But I noticed during this eclipse time, those same instances were happening where in tiffs, like little things would come up where people would share their weakness or share their view on, you know, how they were feeling about something that was occurring. And I would react way different than in the past. So my reactions, and it's kind of been like a slow hill climb. So it wasn't like all of a sudden, you know, I'm going along like this and then all of a sudden the eclipse comes and I change my direction. That's not it at all. It's been a slow coming that I've been doing for the last like year to 6 months, but now the eclipse is here. It's shining its light on these areas and I feel really comfortable in my reaction. I feel really positive in how I'm handling people and relationships and situations. And that's really my theme personally. Everybody's going to have something different they're working on in their life and their life purpose. I feel like this life I came to really... you want what, baby?
Ice cream.
You want ice cream?
Popsicle.
Popsicle?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll eat popsicles. Can mommy just finish this video?
Yes.
And then we'll have popsicles.
Yeah.
Okay, you want a popsicle too, JJ?
I want popsicle too.
Okay, let's get popsicles. So, for me personally, I have, that's something I feel like in this lifetime I'm working on is my relationships. And whether it be codependency in relationships, whether it be knowing how to deal with hard relationships, knowing how to love someone with them being them and not with any of my own expectations, just letting them be a free soul to do as they please, even if it's dangerous and hurtful for them, putting up my boundaries and being me and loving them just the way they are, the reckless person that they're being to themselves. That's, you know, sometimes you just have to do that. So I feel like, so that's part of my whole life, you know, purpose and journey. Oh wait, you guys want these ones? Hold on. But so anyway, so moving forward, so during this eclipse time, there were several different relationships that mean a lot to me that I had, and not big blowouts or anything like that. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like these huge bumps in the road that like stopped everybody and we were all crying and devastated, right? It was more of like these little tiny everyday instances. Hey, yeah, you guys get these. And those little instances were really showing up in places where I cared, or maybe that my feelings were hurt. Like, for example, I have a loved one who I love, but I feel sometimes maybe they don't reciprocate it the same way I do, or I don't mean as much to them as they mean to me. So there's like an off balance feeling, right? And a lot of it's in my head because this person loves me very much, right? But I think that so I spent time with this person and it came up during our conversations. How do you ask nicely? Yes, I'll take your helmet off. So this person who I love greatly, you know, they expressed that they weren't satisfied with the amount of time we were spending together. I expressed my fears about them not wanting to spend time with me because of certain reasons or whatever. We got through it, and you know, the funny thing is that even like the next day or whatever, we barely even remembered most of it. Like, it was that subtle that we barely even remembered the conversation. And so that's what I'm saying is like, and then again, another scenario with my partner, there was something that I felt like he was doing that is hurtful to me and that I don't like. And I just very calmly, and before I would have like freaked out and said, oh, like, you're hurting me. And like, it would have been this dramatic thing. And he would have been, when he got upset, I would have gotten upset, and we would have had a quarrel, and I would have like, you know, said things that I didn't mean. And it would have been a bigger thing than it really needed to be. And I just, when he, you know, got upset about something, I just said, hey, I just need your support. And he was like, you're right. I'm being upset, you know, and it was cool. And then it was blown over, and it felt like that was the best that we've ever handled anything that we've ever had a problem with in our lives. And so that was really, so that, and just, I just feel like it's all these little subtle little things. And, so that's exciting. So I almost feel like this eclipse, like I worried for nothing, because now this eclipse is just showing me how much I've grown, and it's showing me the new me, and like what a gift that I get to see where I'm at now and the new person that I've become and where I've grown. And I really am really thankful that I've gotten to a place where I'm not so codependent on everyone else's emotions, and that I can look at someone's situation and I can be sympathetic and I can be loving and I can be kind, but I don't need to get myself wrapped up in reacting to how they feel. And if they want to feel in a bad mood and they want to be upset at me, that's their prerogative. Everybody has their own journey and their own way of expressing, and different parts of their journey, they're going to be different places. Like, I wasn't reacting the same way that I'm reacting now years ago, or even 6 months ago, right? And so that's what I feel like the eclipse has been bringing for me. And there's probably more things that are going to float up, right? Another thing that's been floating up for me is that I notice that I'm really critical and pressuring myself, and I'm looking at me being able to get everything done as a negative, like looking at it in the negative way, not looking at it in the positive way of like it's going to get done and being hopeful and optimistic. I keep battling in my mind. I'm not getting things done. I'm not sitting down. I'm not doing this. And then the days unfold and I do get it done. So it's reminding me, don't jump the gun when you're amidst of it not getting done, or whatever the issue is for you personally. But for me, when it's not getting done in the middle of that promising moment, thank you. When it's not getting done, keep your cool. Don't freak out. Look towards the solution. Look towards the desire. What is my desire? My desire is to have everything fit together. I have to have faith that that's going to happen. I have to have faith that the world beyond ours is helping assist in me completing everything that I need to do on my timeline for my life purpose. I've got to have that faith. And so that's where maybe the weaker link for me is personally that I need to do, right? And so I'm sharing all of this. I just felt a calling to share it, but I also feel like when I watch these videos of the people that I follow, like Melanie Beckler, I really love her. When I hear her personal, like what she's going through, she was talking about how like she tried out gardening, right? And it didn't go well for her, like the way that she wanted. She wasn't really good at it at first, and it was frustrating her. And she had to take a moment. She had to step back, and she had to be like, where's this coming from, right? And when she shared that personal story of what she was personally going through, it really, truly helped me see. Alexa, please turn the alarm off. Thank you. But it really helped me see where I can, like, how it can relate to me personally, like being able to see it in a real life situation for someone that I like see all the time on the videos. So that's why I wanted to make this video for you. So anyways, I think that's enough. I hope everything's going wonderful for you during this time of Mercury Retrograde. It's exciting. Now I feel more positive and I feel more pumped up about these times, because I used to get nervous before they'd happen and I'd be like, what is going to show up, right? But I think I was just in a different type of growth period when I started learning about these. So now I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable, and I hope you are too. I hope that you're seeing all the wonderful places that you've grown, and I hope that you're like patting yourself on the back for that and treasuring these times of this switchover. I really hope that it's something that feels good to you. It feels great to me. So, well, I hope this is a message that meets you at a really wonderful time, whether it be day or night. And I wish you all the best. All right, take care. Talk to you later. And we would love always if you could do a thumbs up. And if you want to hear more messages that I have to share, please subscribe. We would love to connect with you that way. All right, take care. Bye.